It's another day for adventure, and I'm checking something off my bucket list. We're going to the Grand Canyon! Yay! I'm just a tiny bit excited. I've been wanting to go to the Grand Canyon for years, since I was little. When I was young, I used to love looking at slides that my dad took when he was younger, and there were slides of the Grand Canyon, and since then I've always wanted to see it. And obviously, I mean, it's a pretty popular place. Lots and lots of people want to see it, so I guess that makes sense. But Steve was there when he was young. I've never been. I cannot wait.
Yeah, when I was 10 years old, it was actually right over my 11th birthday. We took a long trip out west. I grew up in Pennsylvania, and there was a wedding that brought us out to Kansas, and from there we continued west, and so that's when I was able to see it. So many years ago, and with a poor memory like mine, this will be like reliving it for the first time. Does that make sense?
$35 for the day, or free if you've got the National Park Pass. Whether or not you've been to the park, we hope you join us today for the adventure.
Cue intro.
Look at that, we already see wildlife this morning. Good morning, guys. So we're only just a tiny bit into the park. We already saw wildlife. I wasn't even really expecting to see much wildlife. I just thought more about the canyon. We are almost to the first point to get a view of the Grand Canyon, and I am just tiny bit excited. Can't wait. Wild elk do not approach. We're not even to the canyon yet, and I'm excited. I already found some really cool plants. If you look up close, they look like little feathers. Our first stop is Mather Point. It's about 5 minutes from the visitor center. Can't wait. I'm so excited. I think my heart's racing a little bit. And there are views over here, but I'm not gonna look because I've read that the Mather Point has like the best view right here. So I'm not gonna cheat until we get there.
Whoa. Don't look to your right.
I'm not going to.
It's amazing.
I'm waiting for Mather Point for the grand reveal.
Of the Grand Canyon.
Yes. Let me know when we get there. Are we there yet?
Yep.
Can I look?
You better look.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and it's kind of hazy now. It looks
Yep.
cool. Look at it. Oh my goodness. It's like a dream. Wow, it's all magical with the haze, I think, from a nearby fire. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Oh my goodness, look how far down it goes. It's amazing.
Wow. Simply amazing.
Be Superman. How's the view, Superman? I actually like that it's hazy. I think it looks a little bit more mysterious and dramatic. It goes back to childhood.
Audra, you be good. Stay away from that ledge.
Whoa. I mean, look at this. That's amazing.
Get off that edge. Man, it makes me nervous.
Oh, but it's incredible. Forget 5 vans. I give this 10 vans.
I was just thinking how it must be to witness a rock falling into the canyon. And I came across this sign. It talks about one of the big rocks called surfboard rocks fell or wiped out. So this is what the surfboard rocks looked like in 1983. And then this is a picture of it today. And you can see it over there, right at the point, right in front of all the people. That rock is kind of resting precariously.
So I'm glad we did Mather Point first, just because it juts out and you can see so far both ways, but it's really nice to walk on the rim trail and get away from people.
So I did a little bit of research, and the deepest point here in the canyon is 6,000 feet, and the average is 5,280 feet, which is a mile. Can you imagine that? So I'm pretty sure you can hear that. That's a helicopter. You may not be able to see it, but that's wild. Gives you a lot of perspective as to the depth of this canyon.
We've been traveling now 3 years part-time and then 3 months full-time in our van. And I'm gonna have to say, I think this tops the chart. Do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just massive.
Yep.
There's some other places that are really unique and charming that I love, but I mean, this is just
Stunning.
yeah, it's incredible. Just the vastness, how huge it is. And I didn't expect on this side there to be so much of this variety of landscape and these lighter colored rocks. I just always thought it was all like more red. So it's amazing. If you're new to our channel, this is our van. We converted it ourselves. It took us a little over 2.5 years after we bought it in 2020. And as I mentioned earlier, we just started going full time. We love traveling in it, and it's really nice at a place like this because after you're done walking around and seeing things a little bit, you can come back, recharge, get some food pretty easily. We're gonna make a snack here. I'm cutting up some tomatoes, and I've got some basil from our friends that we stayed with in Albuquerque. We're gonna make some crackers, basil, and cheese and tomato. Here's our little kitty back here. Also, if you're new to the channel, Lady Gray Gillespie Pinkerton. We've had a new development lately that's kind of unfortunate. We're gonna have to try to fix. Our shelf down here, there where we keep our pots and pans, keeps falling down, crushing our snacks. We can't have that.
I've got these little brackets drilled in and glued in, so I thought, but they keep slipping out, and then this whole thing just collapses.
Which didn't happen for a long time, so I don't know why that's happening now.
So I gotta hope that I have some drywall screws or some sort of screws in the back that I can just do a permanent fix.
Yeah, I wonder why it keeps.
This isn't working.
I wonder why it keeps falling down now.
So here's our garage, and I've got a bunch of tools, and I'm hoping some screws in this box, although I don't remember if I packed any or not. So I got to dig in here and find out.
This is the architecture of the snack here today. Cracker, cheese, a slice of tomato, a little bit of salt on the tomato, piece of basil, and a cracker. And there you have it.
All right, so like I said, I had these little brackets. I had pre-drilled a hole so that it would sit in, and tried to glue it in because it fell out before, and it worked pretty well until just recently. So whatever, don't have any other glue, so for right now going to use the screws that I found back. Use the same hole that I pre-drilled for the bracket. Simply Sink these in a bit so the head sticks out, and then the shelf will just sit on this screw head.
Peekaboo.
So this is the hole that I pre-drilled. Simply going to use that for my screws.
All right, over under. How long does it take for Steve to get the shelf back in? This is like attempt number 4. I offered to help, but he said my hands can't fit in there.
Yeah, unfortunately it's...
Oh, you got it.
Yay!
Yay! Nicely done. When we were packing up and getting on the road, I mentioned how amazing it is that these bins fit so perfectly in here, because we did not build the van around those. We actually found them on the side of the road. Someone was throwing them out, and they are perfect for this space. We've just been relaxing for a little bit here in the van. We're at this amazing place, but we're going to be here for a couple days, and it's nice to not feel like we have to rush around, that we can just relax and that we don't feel like we're missing anything. We're not too far from the Grand Canyon, so anytime we want, we can go out there and walk around, and we do have some plans for later today and tomorrow. So we headed back out here to the canyon to walk a little bit further. Is it north on the rim trail? East. We're walking east on the rim trail, which is nice because there's not many people around. And gosh, every few steps, there's just a new incredible view. It's spectacular. Right, Superman?
Almost as spectacular as you.
Oh. I'm swooning now.
Score 1 for Steve.
For Superman Steve. So the smoke has settled a little bit. This crow has a lot to say. Alright, I'm going out on a pointy thing. Check that out. So just check out this view. It's a little intimidating being out here, but check it out. These views are just incredible. So we took the shuttle to, I think it's Maricopa Point, which is an amazing view. I think I like this even better than the view back where we were this morning. And now we're going to try to walk up towards Hopi Point for an amazing sunset, hopefully. Next stop is Powell Point. Let's go check it out.
So that area I just showed you used to be a copper mine, which then turned into a uranium mine.
That was Powell Point. Another amazing view. Fantastic. Is that not fantastic? I think yes. She's gonna want to make like some sort of contact card. Yes. This could be your passion tree. I got the live ones.
All right, so we found a spot for the night. Cooking up some dinner. Audra took the cat for a walk. I think it's going to be an early night for both of us. We're pretty tired. I don't know if it's from the sun and the wind or what, but
I also got up pretty early.
yeah, anyway, it was an awesome day. Stunning views.
Incredible.
I'm afraid our photography is just not going to do it justice, but if you haven't been, you need to go.
Good morning, you guys. It's another morning in Arizona. We get to go back to the Grand Canyon this morning. We've been all tucked in here as snug as bugs and rugs, even though it's really cold outside. Obviously, our little kitty's content here. Steve's on cooking duty this morning. Something I find quite funny, it's 63 degrees in the van, and it's really funny how different we're both dressed. I get up, I put on warm pants, I have his big sweatshirt on, I have 2 pairs of socks on, and then there's Steve. T-shirt, shorts, and no socks. I don't know how your feet aren't freezing. Alright, well, Steve's finishing up breakfast. I'm going to go outside and give you a look at where we parked last night. To keep things warm in the van, I have all these window covers up here. I just took this one out of this window here and the other out of the other window. I actually made these covers, so if you're looking for ideas for DIY window covers, you can check out our video on that. It makes a big difference to have these in. Alright, let's go look outside. So there's our camping spot for the night. It was pretty nice. Alright, now it's time to go in and have some breakfast. Look at all that for breakfast. I would say that was a pretty good parking.
I got a call coming in.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. No. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Okay. All right. Meet you at the Grand Canyon. All right. Bye.
Can I go on with my story now? So, as I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by the telephone, I would say that was a pretty good spot to camp last night. It was less than 2 miles from the main entrance here for the park. So, alright, you guys. Today we're doing the Bright Angel Trail. We're going down into the canyon a little bit. About a 1.5 mile descent, and then we get to come back up.
Not gonna lie, there's been a few times where you kind of get, I don't know, 3 feet to the edge, and you're like, whoa. I feel myself kind of trying to counterbalance. Your insides get all like weirded out.
Yeah, it is weird looking over the edge. So we're heading down that way.
Let's hope this isn't us.
There's some of the hike down straight ahead. So, Steve's preferred method of hiking is called the slip and slide.
I don't know if it's preferred as much as it just kind of happens.
Maybe you need to get some different shoes.
There's nothing wrong with these shoes.
Nothing at all.
Got plenty more miles.
Yeah, plenty of life left. So my walking shoes today are actually my sneakers because I was so sore from the other hike, and the hiking boots are so heavy I opted for my sneakers. They're a little better condition than Steve's sneakers, but they're also on their way out, so hopefully they'll hold up for today. A little bit nicer though than wearing the hiking boots when you don't need to wear the hiking boots. Alright, so here's a close-up demonstration of the condition of my shoes. They're basically, the top's coming off the bottom on all sides, I think, actually. This one's not as bad.
That one's still got some glue to it.
Back there. Here. That side. Nice, huh?
Wiggle it.
Oh, jeez. The last side. That one's a winner.
That one's got about 50% left.
I think we both need to get some new shoes. Look, he's adorable. We have a little buddy. Hello, guy. Hi. Look at you. Are you posing? I know the coming down is probably the easiest, but I actually think I like the going up better.
We will have to see if that holds true in about an hour or so. Oh boy. The trials and tribulations of hiking the Grand Canyon. Woohoo! My short pants broke.
Well, you can see people right down there on the trail.
My feet are going to be dirty after this one, folks.
You're slipping and sliding again. The really nice thing about doing this hike in the middle of October is that we're in the shade here most of the time. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing it with the sun beating down on you.
Yeah. You're baking and sweating. Alright, looks like that's the end of the trail up there for us.
We made it. Almost.
Almost there. We did it. We go to the bathroom and then we head back up. I don't understand people. There's toilet paper all over the floor in there. It says not to put trash in the toilet. I think people think that means they don't put any toilet paper in the toilet, so there's a big pile of toilet paper next to the toilet. Is it like that in yours?
Yeah.
I think that's what people are thinking.
Yeah.
That's not what they mean when they say not to put trash in the toilet.
And then I don't know when everybody else is ready, but I'd be ready after.
Whoa. Break time.
Hello? Oh, you want Steve?
Huh.
You always want Steve. It's for you.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Nope. Yep.
Tell him you gotta go. It's time to eat.
Yeah. I'm being summoned for lunch, so I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.
It's not lunchtime, it's snack time. S'mores. Chocolate chip, s'mores, or peanut butter.
Mmm. Peanut butter, please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're starting our trek back up. Took us about 2 hours to get to the 1.5 mile rest point. Here we go, back up to the top.
So I haven't quite figured this out yet, but for some reason it's a lot harder going up than it was going down.
I stand by my earlier statement. It's definitely harder going up, but I like it better. It's not as hard on the knees. think we're making better time on the way up. Wow. All right, the last leg. This is it. We did it. All the way up to the top. Look at the view down below.
Coming up wasn't too bad.
No, it really wasn't.
I think that first tunnel messed me up a little bit mentally. I thought we were closer to the top than we were. But overall, not too bad.
Yeah, we actually took us about 2 hours to go down and only an hour to go back up.
Okay, you guys ready?
I don't know if you can see it. All the dust. And we're back. We did it. Home sweet home.
All right. Check out the dogs. Yuck. Ugh.
Time to make some lunch. Today for lunch, we are trying something new. Actually, yeah, very new. We have never ever done this before. We're cooking with tofu.
I've ever only knowingly had it twice. Had a friend in college make me something, and now the friends that we were just with in Albuquerque. So we thought we would give it a try here in the van, see how it goes.
It's a lot nicer than dealing with raw meat, that's for sure. I'm adding flour. We're going to try to fry it up a little bit. This is a lot of tofu, though. It might be too much tofu.
But one drawback is we were just talking about the price per pound, and I think it's about the same as raw chicken. So I wish it was cheaper. If it was cheaper, I would say, yeah, let's do it. Why not? But
we have sous chef Steve chopping up the peanuts. He's the best sous chef ever. Alright, so what we've got in here so far, I fried up the tofu with some soy sauce and garlic. And then we added the noodles, and I added some peanut butter, some more soy sauce, some red Thai curry paste. What else have I put in here? We added a little bit of milk and water.
did you say peanut butter?
Yep, we put peanut butter in, and then we're going to add cilantro, green onions, and fried eggs.
Yummy, yummy.
And in goes all the goodness. Alright, it's been pretty good.
I'm always impressed by what we can cook in the van, and this is no exception. Yummy, yummy. All right, and then to add just a little bit of kick, some crushed red peppers.
And I add sriracha. Bon appetit.
So we're doing something that we haven't really done much since we started full-time van life, and that's just chilling in the van for the afternoon. So Audra's up there in the front seat doing some work on the phone, and lo and behold, who's right beside her but the gray cat. We really should have named her Shadow, because everywhere Audra is, there's her shadow. Well, that was yet another beautiful sunset here at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, what a great day. So we're gonna head back to the van, go back to the parking spot where we were last night, and then we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, you guys. We made it out to the canyon for the sunrise. I don't know that we have the best spot because this mountain rock formation right here is blocking the sunset a little bit, but I think it's better than being over on the more popular point where it's packed. So it's nice to be out here where it's peaceful. Steve's up a little bit further working on a time-lapse video. Oh, it's so nice out here. And it's a lot warmer than I thought too. When we left our campsite, the thermometer said it was like 39, but I took my sweatshirt off. I'm comfortable in a t-shirt. There must be like warm air coming up from the canyon, which seems a little strange. I would think it'd be colder, but it's a perfect morning. I love those wispy clouds. There it is. We took in the sunset this morning and topped off all of our water, and now we're checking out the east side of the park. So the nice thing about this part of the park is that you can park right alongside the canyon and just hang out. If we had realized that before, we maybe would have made lunch here yesterday or one of these spots, but that's okay. We learned something new for next time. Checking out another lookout spot. This is Grandview Point. It's like every stop and every angle, every bend you go around, every view is just incredible here. Alright, here's another stop on our itinerary. Moran Point. Now we're at Navajo Point. We're almost to the end. Alright, one more stop after this one. Pretty amazing, huh?
Beautiful.
So Steve is doing his regular check of our solar panels now to make sure they're all secure and nothing's coming undone, since we did have that happen once in the past. How's it looking?
Have to check the footage. Yeah.
He uses the camera to get video and then he looks at it to check it out.
Well, the main concern this morning was just wanted to double check where the solar cable wires go through the roof. Want to make sure that was still sealed and doing well, and looks good. We can continue down the road.
What you doing, Steve?
Oh, just reading.
Got some tuna sandwiches, and some broccoli slaw with yum yum sauce for lunch today.
Yum, yum.
That's right, yum yum.
Tuna is what's for lunch.
I thought you were going to open it, and make it talk for some reason. So now it's time for the history lesson, as Steve would call it. It's not really a history lesson, but maybe more some tips from Audra. The experience at the Grand Canyon was absolutely amazing. I think it's great if you've been there before or not. But for me, since I'd never been there before, I was totally blown away. And just from the experience we had, here would be my recommendation if you've never been there before. I would say that you start at the middle of the park. Because when you get out there for the first time, you can look both ways and you can see everything, and it's incredible. The nice thing about the park is that it's really accessible for everyone, no matter your age, your ability to get around. Because of the rim trail and where all the parking lots are, there's plenty of places just to drive around and park and maybe walk a little ways, or if you have a wheelchair, whatever. You can easily get out there and get some great views. What we did, we actually started when we got there at Mather Point, which again is right at the center by the visitor center. And then in the evening, we took the shuttle out a little ways to get the sunset and to see more out. Which way is that? West. You have to be prepared if you're going to do that, because especially if you're going for the sunset, because it can get crazy with all the people coming back. They do a pretty good job with it, but we were there in the middle of October on a weekday. I can't imagine being there in the summer on a weekend.
Yeah, I've never been to the North Rim. At least I don't recall that we were there when I was like 10, 11 years old. So I would definitely recommend, if you've never been before, like Audra said, go to Mather Point as your starting point. It's just amazing. Words fail it. I suspect our photography will also fail it. It's just unbelievable. So much depth to it. It's like, it's just hard to explain. It's just amazing. So I would start there and then venture either way, west or east.
Steve mentioned the north, so just to clarify, we are on the south rim. I think some people prefer the north because it's less developed, there's less people. We don't really know much about that because it's actually, I think, a couple hours to get over that way. I think that's something we'll do in the future. But something we enjoyed this morning, which I did mention, is we drove east. I think the majority of people come in at I think this is called the south entrance, where Mather Point is. But there's also an entrance over this way, over here. So we did this drive this morning, and the nice thing with this drive is there's not as many people, and you can pull up right along the overlooks with your vehicle and just have a great view. So we really enjoyed that, especially with the van, and I think in the future if we go back, I think we would probably just park there for the morning or an evening and just hang out the van and enjoy the view. So, I think I mentioned before, forget the 5 van rating, I would give it a 10 van. I know that's not what we normally do, but it was really incredible. So like Steve said, check it out if you haven't. We highly recommend the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. So that's it for this episode. We're going to keep adventuring, and we hope you tag along with us.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We love hearing from you, so drop us a comment. And the best thing you can do to support us is just keep watching. So thank you. Until next time, see you.